So far, Samurai Jack for the new season has been really good. Every episode is pretty much fantastic. It has just great story, good characters. I love it all, and so do many other fans. And the sad thing is, there are only a few episodes left. It was ordered for only 10 episodes, but I guess we don't want it to overstay its welcome. All we really needed was the ending, and this is what it's going to give us, but couldn't have stayed a little bit longer at least, but I guess we have nothing to complain about because every episode has been good so far. The writers put pretty much all their effort into this. Everything has been really good. And one of the things that a lot of people really like so far is Ashi, who was at first one of the enemies of the new season, but now she's a friend of Jack. And it's come to the part where a lot of people are wondering where their relationship is going to go from here. Because we don't really know. Right now, they seem to be just really good friends, but we don't know what's going to happen. And a lot of people seem to be just debating against it. So, a lot of people want it to be a romantic relationship. They want them to get together, get married, have kids, blah blah blah. So, that's the first one people want, and I will say that's the one I'm leaning to. So, there might be a bias in this video, but that's the one I want, and they have hinted towards it, sorta. They made some just comments at each other, like, I like your hair, but nothing like, nothing like that. So, it's just very little hints of that they might be romantic, but we're not really entirely sure. But to me, a romantic relationship would be nice because it would give Jack a chance to go and finally settle down. He's been alone for all these years, never having that much of a relationship with anyone, just regular friends, but this will give him a chance for love. He's never really had that before, and pretty much any time he ever did, it was with Aku's female form, but this actually might give him a chance. It would be nice to see him settle down and just have a great family and be happy. He deserves to be happy. He's been miserable for all these years. He needs happiness. So I think that letting them get together would be pretty nice and would just be a pretty good part to the series. Now, a lot of other people want them just to be a father and daughter relationship. Now, I can't see why a lot of people want that. Jack would be a good father, and their relationship is kind of sort of like that as well too. So I can kind of see why people would want that, and like the romantic relationship, we've had some hints towards it, but nothing too serious. And it's possible they could be a father-daughter relationship as well, and some people are even saying that Ashi might be the real daughter of Jack, because we don't know who Jack or Ashi's real father is. It's never been revealed. A lot of people are saying it's Aku, but we're not entirely sure by that. But other people are saying it's Jack because they might have maybe taken his hair or some blood and then did some black magic, and then the mother got pregnant with 7 kids. And it's not really much that you get pregnant with 7 kids and survive. So maybe she's the one who's not human, because you really can't survive for that. It would also explain where Ashi got her super strength from, but we're not entirely sure. And they could have done black magic with Aku as well, but right now it just varies. Another way it could go is that it could just be more of a really good friend relationship, kind of like a teacher and a student relationship. Jack will be the teacher and Ashi will be the student. That's where other people are saying it could go. It's the smallest one so far, but I can see it going that way. But even though I don't want it to go that way, I'm thinking it's probably the most likely. I think, to me, that's where it is pointing at right now, and how it's going to be. But we don't know yet. So, and whatever it is you want, whether you want a romantic relationship, a father-daughter relationship, or just a really good friend relationship, it doesn't really matter in the end, but really, it's a good series. Whichever way it ends, it doesn't take away from all the very good episodes and the hopefully really good ending it has, because I mean, some people just like to go and bicker that this one little problem goes and ruins a whole series. Mr. Inter does that a lot. I'm probably going to get hate for that, but he does it all the time. If some cartoon doesn't have a moral, he gets upset at it, or if just a little bit of mean-spiritedness, he says it ruins it for him. I mean, I can see if they go and do it a ton, it can ruin it, but just one little thing, it doesn't have to ruin it. If just the relationship between Ashi and Jack doesn't go the way the viewer wants it, it shouldn't ruin it for them. The series was still really good. But even if it doesn't go the way you want it, you can still make fan fiction. You can still make fan art. Or just make it your headcanon. If you want them to be a romantic relationship, let it be. If you want them to be a father-daughter, let it be. Or if you just want them to be a relationship on the student and teacher thing, that's what it can be. But until the very end, we won't know. Or who knows, it might be in the next episode. It's not going to be known yet, but whichever way it goes, I'm still going to be a fan of the series. But I am kind of hoping towards a romantic relationship. And also, people also say that they can't because Jack is technically 50 years older than Ashi, or around there, but I can see where they're going from this. They are right about that, but there are other relationships that are kind of weird like that. There's Aang and Katara. Aang is technically 112 years old, but just has the body of a 12-year-old because he was in ice for 100 years, and losing my voice, Katara is 14. But I can't see where people are going from this because they are right about that, so I can definitely see just where they're going with that. Then there's also the relationship between Buzz and Jessie. Now, yeah, they're toys, they're not humans, but Jessie was made in the 50s and Buzz was made in the 90s, so there's about 35-year difference between that. But for the people who are saying that Jack is just too old, I can see where you're coming from, even though I don't agree. So, I can't wait till the end. Who cares where the relationship goes, but to me, just as long as the series ends on a very good note, even though the creator said we're probably going to cry, I'll be happy.